I stepped on something cold and metallic, and before I had time to react, it clamped down on my leg. The bear trap broke my leg in several places, and I screamed as I fell over, blood pouring from my leg. I could hear movement in the woods from the direction I had come from. I knew it was him. I pried the trap open and thankfully got my leg out. My leg was messed up beyond belief. It was mangled and I could barely stand on it. The noise got closer, so I forced myself to run. This, however, didn't work, and he appeared right behind me and tackled me down. He had an ice pick and was trying to stab me with it. I struggled with him and managed to knock it out of his hands. I kneed him in the gut, which released his hold on me, and I scrambled for the ice pick. He grabbed my mangled leg and dragged me back to him. I yelled in pain as he flipped me over and began strangling me. I couldn't breathe and felt my consciousness slipping as I blindly grabbed for the ice pick. I felt the cool metal and saw a ray of hope. I grabbed it in my hand and with one swift movement stabbed it into his neck. I pulled it out as his body recoiled. His blood squirted out onto me as I breathed in once more. He fell back onto the ground making a gurgling noise. I struggled up and continued limping onwards. I soon found a dirt road which led me to the highway. I collapsed on the side of the highway just as a car spotted me and pulled over. The person rushed to me as I succumbed to the darkness. I don't know much of what happened after that, but I woke up in a hospital a few days later. I was told that I was probably held in that basement for about 4 to 5 days. I was told I had gotten lucky, but I didn't really feel like I had. Everything that happened broke me. How could I tell those families what had really happened to their children? For months after everything happened, I still couldn't stand the smell or sight of meat. In the end, I wasn't able to tell them. A police officer who arrived at the scene had too. This case really messed me up mentally and physically. I walked with a limp and relied on a cane. Mentally, I was even more screwed up. I could longer stand being near sharp objects, being in dark places, and I could no longer perform my job properly. I quit once I got well enough to go out and about. I'd like to say that somehow I'll get over this, but even after 4 years I haven't mentally recovered from it. I'm not sure why I decided to share this. Maybe I just needed to let it out, but I'll never be the same again.